What is up, guys? Flossy Missiles here. In today's video, we are finally working on this beauty, the Nissan 350Z. So I picked up this car about a year ago. I don't know if you guys saw those videos or not, but it was wrecked in the rear end. So I went ahead and just pulled it out as best as I could for then. Threw a new bumper on it. Got my brake and light inspection, smog and all that stuff taken care of. So we're all good to go. But now we're finally going to address like all the issues because it's just been sitting. Also, I just bought so many parts for this thing. I bought the car for $1,400 and I spent like more than double that on parts that I've been, yeah, that was hard to do. Anyways, well, let's just talk about some of the stuff I'm gonna be doing. So as you can see, it's tweaked back here, obviously. I mean, it got hit really hard. It was like pushed up to here originally. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the whole entire rear. So probably, I don't know where the line's gonna be at, somewhere around here maybe. It's out of the way. Yeah, but like probably around this area because the subframe has like a brace. The rear subframe has a brace that goes right there, so I don't want to cut quite all of that off. So probably about right there. And I am gonna go wide body with this thing just because the driver's side quarter is so bad. Like there's like no fixing this. And so I'm gonna go Crown Carbon crafting 50mm overs on this thing, which means I'm gonna have to get bigger wheels. But I do not mind buying bigger wheels. It'll look good. But yeah, from this one I'm gonna cut probably, you know, all that off right there. So whew, it's gonna be a lot of work. I think just today I'm going to take off the rear bumper, tail lights, maybe the muffler and a few other things, and just kind of look at it back there and start drawing some lines of where I'm gonna cut. I'm also going to be doing some other suspension mods and a few other things, but I'll keep those a surprise for later. I'm really excited to finally get working on this thing. Like I said, I've owned it for a year and I haven't really touched it, so finally getting into it. It's been about 10 minutes of me breaking down this rear end and I just pulled off the muffler and I'm kind of curious what it sounds like, so let's fire this thing up. Not too bad, I probably just got the camera all dirty. So now everything's removed on the back of the Z and underneath of the Z. I'm gonna leave this piece of structural, it's not a frame rail, I'm not sure what you'd call that piece exactly, but it's like holding the subframe on. So yeah, I'm leaving that piece and that's gonna be like my strong point. That's what I'm gonna cut up to and nothing beyond that. I'm not gonna remove anything on the passenger side because this side's good. And it's gonna get cut off eventually because I want it to be even on both sides, like symmetrical. But just for right now, I wanna keep it just in case I need to use it as a template or something like that. But yeah, a bunch of this is about to get cut off. Sawzall's all fired up. Let's do this. This thing looks so crazy with the rear end chopped off. Yeah, it really looks like a beater now. Or a car you'd see out of Ebisu. I'm gonna go back and clean up all this obviously with a grinder, but I just wanted to get the majority of it off with the Sawzall because it's really quick. But man, that's crazy to look at. This stuff right here is like for an evap canister. The giant thing right there has a pump on it and everything. I'm gonna have to relocate that, but wow. I set the rear bumper back on it just to measure some stuff out. So basically I'm measuring from like this back frame rail piece all the way to the end of the bumper, so I know how far I can make my like the bars for the, what do they call those, bash bars. So I know how far I can make my bash bar and without you know, being too short or too long. And also I don't know if I want to be able to rest on the bumper. That would be nice for support, but I don't know if that's going to work out. So yeah, I'm taking some measurements of how it's all going to fit up before I cut the rest of this thing off. gosh, that looks so crazy weird. It's like just enough for my wide body to mount up. But yeah, it's cut. I'm gonna clean up all these cuts, obviously. Just gonna get like a nicer line going down, but it looks insane right now like this. This thing is really chopped. There is the driver's side rear quarter panel. And everything turned out really nice, except for where it was crushed in before. I got it pulled out a little more, and I got this rear section pulled out. So those are both good now. It's not perfect. I just been trying to get it flat because it was dipped in and it was pushed back. This was pushed back, obviously. But underneath, all the structural stuff and framing and everything looks really nice. Like, no damage along any of this stuff, which is really good. So it's getting dark out and it's still pretty windy, but I got everything cleaned up and cut that I wanted to get cut off for today. So I'm ready to start fitting the wide body and measuring some tubes and all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of progress. It looks it looks really crazy being all cut out. This I don't really like that much, but I got as flat as I can, plus the wide body is going to cover it. So it's not a big deal. But as you can see from the back, this thing's pretty straight for everyone who's wondering about the accident. Not too bad. But that's what I'm wrapping up for today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more car content. For the rest of the next probably couple weeks, I'm going to be posting videos probably 2 or 3 times a week of this Z getting built. So it's going to get tons of stuff done to it. Like I said, wide body, tube rear end, bash bar, firewall, control arms, just a ton of stuff. So stay tuned.